Minecraft has a huge problem. And no, this isn't a video about the terrible updates. That's a topic for a whole different video. Today I'm discussing a different problem. A problem which has plagued Minecraft for a while now. So let's waste no time and get straight into it. The problem I'm talking about and topic of today's video is the elytra and totem problem. They kinda ruined Minecraft in my opinion. I have decided to discuss each one of these separately and have a conclusion at the end, so let's start with totems. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, a totem, or a totem of undying, is an item which stops the holder from dying. Overpowered, I know. The problem with this is obvious. The risk factor in Minecraft is a huge part of what makes it fun. The constant fear of a creeper coming up behind you or making a mistake and falling when building or using an elytra is part of what makes Minecraft so thrilling. This is even more apparent in hardcore mode, where one death leads to the deletion of the entire world. However, the Totem of Undying completely takes this fear away. This makes the game much more boring, and again, this shines through in hardcore mode. When you have a totem in your offhand and a few extra in your inventory, there is very little for you to be afraid of, meaning that you can quite literally do anything you want to with no threat of anything happening. This is what allows Minecraft YouTubers to survive for thousands of days in their hardcore worlds. And you would think that an item this powerful would be incredibly rare, or it would require you to take down an insanely strong enemy for you to obtain even just one of these. But no, not even close. To get one of these, you have to find a group of mobs called a pillager patrol. This group has about a 20% chance of spawning every 10 minutes, which isn't very rare. You would be unlucky if it takes you more than an hour to find one of these. Once you take down the 4 weak-ass mobs, you get the bad omen effect. Then you have nearly 2 hours to find a village and beat a raid. A raid sounds scary, however you should be able to beat it in diamond armor, maybe even iron if you are good at the game. Each raid you get about 2 or 3 totems. They aren't very hard to get when you consider how useful they are. Now here is how I would fix the totems of undying. I have thought of 2 solutions that I think will work. The first of them is increasing the rarity. I think that if they were put in the deep dark, then they would become much more balanced. Currently, there isn't much of a reward for finding a deep dark, which is pretty hard, and taking down the strongest boss in the game. I think that Totems of Undying would be a good reward from either killing the warden or from one of the chests hidden in the depths of the deep dark, because then the risk would be worth the reward. The second option I have for fixing totems is to make them do less. How about instead of them stopping you dying, maybe they could give you more health when you are low? Imagine for me, if you will, that you are fighting the Ender Dragon and it starts attacking you. It flings you up in the air and you land with 1 heart left. Then the totem sees that you have under 3 hearts remaining, so it gives you an extra 5 hearts as well as a defense boost. So if you make a mistake like crashing with your elytra or falling down a cliff, which will kill you in 1 shot, then the totem will not save you. It will only help you when you are low on hearts. I think that both of these fixes would help balance totems. Let me know any thoughts you have on this in the comments. Now moving on to the elytra. For those who don't know, an elytra is like a pair of wings that you can use to glide. However, when paired with fireworks, you can fly thousands of blocks in minutes. And yet again, the elytra is not very hard to obtain. Once you beat the Ender Dragon, you can travel to the End Islands. In these islands, once you find an End City with a ship, which isn't very rare, you can just make your way to the ship and get the elytra. You only have to kill about 3 mobs in the End City to obtain the elytra. Now the problem with this is that the elytra is extremely overpowered, especially in PvP servers. In PvP servers, a lot of the time you end up just trying to hit each other in the air. And trust me, that gets boring extremely quickly. One of the most fun and exciting things to do in Minecraft is explore. However, with elytras, this is made too easy and boring. We all remember heading out on a journey a few years ago to try and find structures and rare things. But elytras completely take this experience away. They also ruin other ways of travel. Horses, Minecraft tracks, and boats become obsolete and a complete waste of time. Now, I have a way to combat this. Make different ways of travel more useful in different biomes or situations. Take minecarts for example, make them slightly quicker and cheaper, and maybe make them faster when on a certain block. Say if you put them on concrete, then they become twice as fast. This would make them useful for getting around your base, but not long distance travel. With boats, they need to slow them down when on ice. They can still be very fast on ice, but make them slower than they are because dearie me, they are OP. With horses, make them a bit quicker, and make them able to jump a bit higher, but also add a feature where horses can get certain saddles or fed certain foods to increase their speed. Maybe if you feed it golden apples and you give it a saddle that is an extremely rare drop from something like the warden, then it can have its speed doubled and make them faster in biomes like plains. However, maybe they become slower in the desert because the heat makes them tired or the sand makes them sink. This would make horses much more useful and more desirable. And you would also need to nerf elytras. Maybe once every 5 minutes it gets windy. And once this wind starts, you have 15 seconds before your elytra breaks and makes you fall to the ground. And with some of the features I went over earlier, with my new update, a totem won't be able to save you. I genuinely believe that implementing these changes would help balance Minecraft far beyond your belief, and it would make the game significantly more interesting. Now, I could make 50 videos about things that could be changed in Minecraft, but I think that the ones mentioned today are key points. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and as always, have a good one.